8:22, and if you're thinking, what should I make for my lunch? What should I pack for my lunch today? Dan Clapson, Food Network Canada writer, is here to tell us options we have, Dan.
Yes, we're talking lentils today. So, you know, I grew up in Saskatchewan, and lots of people don't know that lentils are primarily produced there. I think lots of people think they come from other parts of the world, which is
totally
not the case, right?
I would have assumed they were an international import, for sure.
And which is not 100% untrue, because they are grown in other parts of the world, but they're primarily produced in Canada.
So what does a lentil plant look like? Is it grown like a bean on a stalk? Because it's a legume, isn't it?
No, it's a fairly, like, you know, tall, you know, leafy sort of plant. More like a similar crop to like canola, I would say.
Okay,
yeah.
good. See, Dan is here to tell us the mysteries behind the lentil, but also to help us make a hummus. Isn't a hummus with chickpeas usually?
Typically it is, yes. And one of the great things with lentils is that if you're not really sure how to use them, you can usually substitute them in any recipe that calls for chickpeas. So this, I find, is a really, really great way to use lentils.
Let's make it. How do we do it?
So what we're going to do is basically just put a whole bunch of things in a blender. Very easy. Hummus is one of the easiest things to make, actually.
Right. So yellow lentils, what have you done to those?
So these are red lentils. So if you can see here, pre-cooked, post-cooked. Very different colors, right?
Very. Yeah. Okay, so what's the cooking process? While you're putting stuff in the Vitamix here.
Pop the lentils in there. Lentils really, really easy. You know, put some water in a pot, salt it a bit, cook the lentils. These are split lentils, so half the size of the regular lentils that are right here. So they usually take about maybe 12 minutes to be completely cooked.
Are you boiling them, or are you doing them like they would be rice and put them in boiling water and then reduce it and simmer?
You would put it in the water and then bring it up to a boil.
And boil it for 12 minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. And if you're making a salad with lentils, you want it to be a little bit more al dente, so a little bit less of a cooking time. So they're pretty forgiving that way, for sure.
And if you are making a lentil salad, you can just do any dressing on it and stir it in with any vegetable.
It's very hearty, and you can prepare it overnight. So this is tahini.
Okay.
So tahini is one of the key ingredients to a hummus. It's a sesame paste. It tastes a lot similar to peanut butter, actually. So if you have an allergy, it's a great substitution for that. Let's put a little bit of that in there.
Best to buy that. Harder to make that, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
yes. I wouldn't even know where to begin with that, to be honest.
I went to make hummus once, and I was like, and to make tahini, you do what?
Some things you should just buy.
Go to the store. Exactly.
Right.
Okay, little. So we've got tahini, we've got the lentils.
Yeah, we got some lemon juice. Pop this in there.
Yeah,
perfect.
That's the way you squeeze a lemon. Get
and a little bit of garlic. You know, usually raw garlic will go into hummus. You can roast it too, but usually one clove is more than enough. It can get a little intense, especially if you have kids, right? Like we were saying before, so I think one's probably good to go. Got the lemon
if you can
juice.
get the kids to taste hummus, it's highly likely they will enjoy it, and that goes a long way in their lunch kit.
Exactly.
Oh, a little artichoke.
Yeah, a little artichoke just for a nice little brightness to it. I love artichokes, so.
So lentils, grown largely in Saskatchewan, the ones that we consume. What about shelf life once we blend this up? So the tahini, the artichoke, the lemon juice, the lentils.
And some oil, which I realize is disappeared here. So pour the oil in there. Perfect. All right.
That's funny.
And basically salt and pepper if we want after we blend it up. So we're going to put it in here. This can get a little noisy, I heard. So
magic of television.
Yes. And we'll finish it up. Put it right there.
Yes. And what do you use as the garnish over there?
Well, so this is crudité. That's basically just a fancy way of saying vegetable platter, more or less. Right. So just serve us some crudité. And on the top we have a gremolata. So gremolata is just really finely chopped herbs with usually a little bit of lemon zest and a little bit of garlic. And I use a little bit of walnut today too. So
yummy.
All we do for the gremolata is just do a really fine chop.
Last but not least, I want to know the nutritional value behind a lentil. Are they one of those things that we eat that spikes our blood sugar, or is it a carb? Is it a protein? What are we talking here?
I would definitely classify lentil as probably a superfood. It's quite high in protein, has lots of potassium, lots of iron. There's lots of fantastic things in it for you. So it's definitely a good thing to add to your dinner menu.
One of my favorite things when I went to culinary school was making a lentil Provençal salad.
Oh, nice.
Trying to duplicate it, it's so easy. It's just lemon juice and olive oil, salt and pepper, parsley, and those lightly cooked, non-split.
And it tastes fresh, and it's so filling too, right?
Yeah. It really does last forever in the fridge, right?
Yeah, which is the same thing with hummus too. You can definitely keep it in your fridge for up to 2 weeks. I usually put a little bit of oil on top, and it kind of just helps preserve it so it can last even longer.
2 weeks. Yeah. Moments to make. Okay, wait, but I gotta taste it. Let's see if
Let's dip it right in there and see.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Lentil hummus. It gets a big thumbs up. Oh, yeah. Don't worry, people in the control room. Yes, I will save you some. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
You read Dan's writing. There is his website right there, eatnorth.ca. Always love having you on.
Thank you.
I had no idea lentils were from Saskatchewan. You teach me something every time.